Hi everyone, my name is Farah Al-Najjar. I'm a psychotherapist and I usually publish a video once a week talking about different psychological concepts. Today I'll be talking about parenting. I will be talking specifically about common parenting mistakes. The first common parenting mistake is that we repeat the same parenting that we received. So we parent the same way we were parented. That is such a huge issue, because first of all, your goal is not to repeat the same parenting style that you received. Your goal is to enhance it with every generation. So it's important that you stop and think about some of the mistakes that your parents did, which I can guarantee they made mistakes because they're human beings. They're supposed to make mistakes. So stop and reflect on some of the things that didn't work in your childhood and how you can change that for your kids. And also keep in mind that you're parenting in a different time. The second very common misconception is that parenting is one size fits all, which is absolutely not true. Each child has a unique temperament and unique needs, so make sure you cater your parenting to fit your child's need. What works for your cousin for her kids or your sister's kids does not work for your kids, and what works for your first child might not necessarily work for your second child. So make sure that your parenting approach is individualized with each child. Another very common mistake that I see is that parents can be too permissive or too strict. Both ends are not ideal. You need to find something right in the middle where you're open with your child, you're communicating well with your child, but you're not being too permissive or too strict. When you're too permissive, children have a hard time forming relationships, and that can last into adulthood. So they usually don't thrive in relationships because they can't respect other people's boundaries. They didn't grow up with boundaries, and they can't respect other people's needs. It's usually just all about them. When you are too strict, on the other hand, your child might develop defense mechanisms such as being aggressive or being codependent and people-pleasing, because it was hard for them. It was hard for them to gain their parents' approval, so they have to resort to extreme to get to feel good about themselves. So you want to be in the middle where you have open communication. Your child feels heard and listened to, but at the same time you're setting boundaries, and the child knows that you are ultimately the boss and what you said goes, but only after you dedicate some time for open communication with your child. That's it for today's video about parenting. Share this video if you found it useful, and leave me a comment about what you understood from this video. What would you like to see different in your parenting relationship? And I'll see you in the next video.